Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face while you're sleeping. If you have ever owned a pet, you know how big a responsibility it is. But owning an unusual pet can be a full-time job. The exotic and unusual pet industry is booming, especially as people begin to see pets as an extension of themselves. Who doesn't want to show off to the world that a skunk has the same personality as them, right? Because of the pet boom, laws are starting to get stricter about where pets are legal to own. So you need to check before getting any of these unusual pets. If you are thinking about getting a unique pet, there are a few unusual pets you can own these days. Let's look at a list of 10 most unusual pets in the world. Number 10. Skunks. Of all the most unusual pets to own on this list, skunks might be one of the most notorious. You might think that they are disgusting and they don't deserve to be inside the home. In many states throughout the US, skunks are actually totally legal to own. Most commonly, states will require you to descent the skunk before you have it as a pet. Owning a skunk means that you may have a bit of a problem with keeping it indoors. They tend to dig into things, claw at wooden floors, but they can be trained. Due to bad eyesight, if the skunk wanders away, it also won't come back home. A skunk makes an excellent pet, of course, if you have their scent glands removed. However, you should be dedicated to the skunk because they can't be released into the wild when their scent glands are removed. A pet skunk is easy to take care of after they are trained, and this adorable animal requires little care.
Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you'll get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it. It really works.
Number 9. Tigers. You might be shocked to hear this, but the majority of tigers live as pets and not in the wild. According to a study done by the BBC, about 5,000 tigers live in legal captivity in more than a dozen states. They are kept as privately owned pets. While the population of wild tigers has decreased to about 3,890, according to the World Wildlife Fund. Owning a pet tiger may sound thrilling. If you want to know what it feels like to have a tiger as a pet, you should definitely try to talk to Mike Tyson if you can get an appointment. But caring for it can be a serious challenge. A tiger's diet can consist of up to 88 pounds of meat in one sitting, and its enclosure should be as big as 40 square miles. While studies show tigers can peacefully coexist with people, the frustrated, cooped-up cat has the capacity to eventually lash out and kill a few members of the family. So, before owning a tiger, try to ask yourself, why do you even want to own a tiger? Number 8. Capibara. If you are fine with owning a rodent as a pet, then capybara is a good choice. While the capybara is a rodent, it is nothing like a guinea pig or hamster. They are one of the largest rodents in the world, but they sure are cute. These rodents are semi-aquatic animals, so if you're looking to adopt a capybara, they'll definitely need access to water in order to swim around. The capybara grows up to 4 feet long and weighs more than 100 pounds. Although mostly adorable and sweet, capybaras can be a challenging pet. They do better in groups as they are extremely social animals, so pet owners should avoid getting a single capybara. In short, they are high-maintenance animals, so they need a lot of care and space. In some states, it's legal to own one, but they require licenses. If you don't know whether it is legal in your state, check with your local registration before deciding to bring home a capybara as a pet. Or, if you love rodents so much, you can always move to Texas or Pennsylvania, because it is legal to own a capybara there, obviously. Number 7. Hedgehogs. According to the data, the sales in hedgehogs in the United States went up after 1991 after the release of the famous game Sonic the Hedgehog. And people never get tired of them either. Hedgehogs are commonly mistaken for small porcupines, but the two species are not related. Hedgehogs can vary in size from half a pound to 1.5 pounds. Hedgehogs are generally low-maintenance, gentle pets. Wild hedgehogs eat insects, but you can buy hedgehog mixes at pet stores that are specifically formulated for these spiny creatures and supplement their diet with insects like crickets as treats. For a hedgehog, you would need a cage which is 30 by 24 inches. It should also include an exercise wheel. Hedgehogs love that. And we love to see them exercise too. It is illegal to own a hedgehog in some states like New York and Washington, D.C., so check your city's and state's laws before purchasing one. We just want to ask, why is it illegal to own a poor little innocent hedgehog? You should also make sure that you can locate a vet in your area that will treat hedgehogs when needed. A hedgehog can make a good pet if you are committed to weekly weight checks to ensure it's not eating too much or too little. They can get fat real quick. Number 6. Wallabies. A wallaby is a small or mid-sized macropod native to Australia and New Guinea. Wallabies, as most people will tell you, are a lot like mini kangaroos. They belong to the same taxonomic family as kangaroos, but kangaroos are specifically categorized into the 6 largest species of the family. They're popular among fans of exotic pets, and it's easy to see why. They weigh up to 5 kilograms. Very few states in the United States allow you to have them as pets. Also, wallabies really need a lot of space in order to move around. Otherwise, they may get aggressive. You don't want a wallaby punching your little kids, do you? If you have the space for a wallaby, then by all means you can have one. They are cute, loving, and bouncy fluff balls that will guarantee that you have one of the most unusual pets in your own state, assuming they allow it. Number 5. Miniature donkey. Shrek and Fiona might have accepted a donkey into their family in the popular animated movie Shrek, but can you? If you're willing, then you won't have to look too far because they are easy to find. More than 3 million people in America own equine animals. A large portion of that includes miniature donkeys. But don't let the name fool you. Mini donkeys aren't tiny. They are about 3 feet tall and weigh between 200 and 350 pounds at maturity. Mini donkeys have needs similar to those of full-size donkeys. Plenty of hay, grain, fresh water, and access to a fenced pasture with dry shelter. They also require vaccines and should have their hooves trimmed every 2 to 3 months. They live a happier life with other donkeys, so if you are looking forward to owning a miniature donkey, be ready to get a pair. They can require a lot of care and land to roam around on. But it sure is one hell of an unusual pet to have. Number 4. Kawatamundi. You are not alone if you don't know what a Kawatamundi is. The fact that it is so rare makes it a seriously exotic animal to try to domesticate. This bear-raccoon hybrid-looking creature is an animal that's local to Central and South America. Although Kawatamundis are wild animals, they actually take fairly well to domestication. According to owners, they're incredibly playful and tend to have a lot of activity. Often likened to having a furry 2-year-old, Kawatis might be one of the most fun yet low-maintenance pets to have in your house. Even if they are low maintenance and cool, it's hard to deny that a Kawatamundi is definitely one of the most unusual pets to own anywhere in the world. Number 3. Potbellied pig. If you are thinking it is the 1-ton pig you find in pig farms, then you are wrong. The potbellied pig is a smaller breed of pigs which makes a really good pet. George Clooney famously cared for a potbellied pig named Max for more than 18 years. If he can do it, so can you. These squealers are relatively odor-free and easy to train. Police departments have even used potbellied pigs as drug sniffers because of their trainability and the fact that they have an amazing sense of smell. Potbellied pigs are very close to dogs when it comes to their behavior. They are good guards and can also be trained to live with old people. They have a tendency to become obese, so it's important to maintain a balanced diet and make sure that they get plenty of exercise. Potbellies are considered intelligent and affectionate animals, but they might not make great pets for everyone. The potbelly likes to be the center of attention, so one pig is enough for any family. And with that, it's now time for today's subscriber pick. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber. If you come across a photo online and want to know more details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it on a future video. Number 2. You would be surprised to know this, but crocodiles can be kept as pets. Let's not ignore the fact that crocodiles can be extremely dangerous to own, even to their masters. But there are people who like to play with death. There are 2 species of crocodiles that may be kept as pets: saltwater crocodiles and freshwater crocodiles. Both need similar conditions in captivity. To keep a crocodile, you must get a permit to keep it protected, and a whole lot of courage. Number 1. Chimpanzee. They are adorable, but they can be a difficult pet to have. A chimpanzee's lifespan can be upwards of 50 years, meaning you're signing up for a lifelong commitment to raising this wild animal. Not many in the world can do it. A male chimp can grow to be around 150 pounds and is at least twice as strong as humans. Chimps really do belong in the wild, but if you are properly trained and have experience around primates, you may be in luck. Owning a chimpanzee is illegal in most states throughout the United States, but you may be able to obtain a license to own one in a few states like Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, and Rhode Island. They are legal to own in many other countries too. But again, they are a difficult pet to have, and they are better left in the wild where they belong. That is our list of 10 most unusual pets ever. What is the most unusual pet you have owned? Tell us in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.